Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel. My name is Edgar Mendez, and today we're going to be focusing on those who are in no contact. We're going to look at what's going on here. Please don't forget to like and comment. That does help me out so much. Do not underestimate that. Let's get started. So, Metatron, Kuan Yin, Saint Germain, MBJ, can you tell me what's currently happening in the connection between a Capricorn and their person? What's happening here? I don't know if you are dating, but I definitely feel like this person has been dating. They have been checking out the scene. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't talk this lingo. This is very, very much human lingo, right? But they are very much checking out the scene. They may be very well be part of it. It's interesting. It's just like an interesting conundrum. I think that's how I want to say. I want to phrase it. Because in the past, they would enter the scene and they would be part of it and they would just be all up in that. And kind of like everybody else, it's like very much dialed into the matrix, very much thinking that this is all there is, very much chasing after gratification and giving from an empty cup and trying to suck other people's cup dry, basically. You know what I'm talking about, right? And this is someone who's went back. And it could be you too, by the way, just so you know. It did feel like some of you, it was you too dating. However, I definitely feel they are. But they went back, and it's like they can't be a part of it like they used to. It doesn't work. This is someone who's they've had too many changes, too many activations, too much evolution. Metatron is saying it's like this. It is what it is. He doesn't give examples lightly. So, but I think a lot of you will understand when he gives this one. It's like you go through this really traumatic event, and then you try to go back to a normal life. You can't, kind of thing. Does that? It is what it is. You know what that experience is like. It's like that. Like they've had this traumatic experience. They've had this life changing experience, right? It's what it is. That's how he wants to clarify it, right? They've had a life changing experience, and they're now trying to go back to their life the way it was, and they cannot. By the way, my dog is chewing. I know you can see him like in the thing. He's just chewing on his toy, but it just is what it is. Okay, he went on the on my yoga, not my yoga mat, my meditation mat, so it should be quieter, I guess. Anyway, but they tried to go back to that scene. They tried to go back to that dating life or samsara. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, they tried to go back to sleep. Yeah, they couldn't. It's real crazy. It's something that they were hell bent on doing this too. Very, very. It's like they've always been able to do it before. They would just. It's interesting. It's their Metatron's giving it like they plug into the matrix, and they just are able to forget everything else, right? They couldn't this time, not with you. So this person's kind of stuck between this two worlds, right? They're trying to plug back into this, dating life or whatever they do for advice. Could be video games, who the hell knows, right? And it's not working. It's not satisfying. It doesn't give them what they got before. Period. End of story. But they don't want to deal with this connection either. So you have someone here who's like, I don't know what to do with myself. It's creating a pause in this person. I think that they have always been on the move. They were go go go, move move move, do do do, and now this person is stuck here. I'm not happy with this, and I'm not dealing with that, and now I'm just having to it's like they're sitting alone with their thoughts in a way. But they don't want to, so I see them really resistant to this. But it's there. It's interesting. Yeah, it's there. Let's see. What else is here for Capricorn? What's currently happening in a Capricorn's connection with their person? And there's no contact, no contact. Sorry, I hope I said that. No contact situation. It's interesting. They do think this person, they're referring to them again. This could be you as well, but they do think, but I see them asking this question. How can I get things to start moving in this connection? If I wanted things to start moving there, I'm not saying I do. They really are clear about that. I'm not saying I want that, but if I were to want that connection, right? How would I even get it to start to move? How would I even get it off the ground? How would I even bring life? They're showing me that, that's, I don't know if it's not CPR. When they say clear and then they do that shock. Yeah. How can I bring it back to life kind of thing? And they think about that. So they have been thinking of solutions here. There's something that this person doesn't want to budge on. I don't know what this is referring to exactly, but they don't want to budge on it. And it's not so much that they don't want to give that, but it's like you want it from them. I know it sounds like an odd thing to say, but it's like they're referencing this where it's like it's not so much like they have given it before and they want actually to give it to you, but the fact that you seem to have made a demand from them, or you may have placed maybe an ultimatum for some of you. It's hard to say. It's so crazy. There's just something that you have like, I want this, and they actually want to give that to you, but since you said that, they don't want to now. It's so crazy, but it's like there's something that they don't want to budge on, and it's like, how can I navigate this situation? I don't want to submit, I think is a good word. I gotta phrase it like that. Yeah, I don't want to submit, but how can I get them if I don't? So they're quite a pickle, right? Let's see what else is here for the Capricorn viewers. Let's see. Or no, what else is happening for Capricorn viewers? There is something that they are giving. It's loose. Let me see. Can I get it one more time? I don't know how much you may be aware of this, but this person has some kind of artistic side to them. There is a strong emphasis on this, by the way. They have been channeling some of their frustration, some of the like boredom that they have, and it is a level of boredom, right? I can't have fun in that scene anymore, but I don't want to run to Capricorn. So you have this like, this person stuck with a little bit of boredom here. So they have been channeling their energy into a creativity thing. I saw writing at first, but I'm also seeing painting. Could be music as well. Poetry is kind of standing out to me the most, though. There is something creative that they do that they've gotten back into, and they've been channeling you into it to a certain extent. It is unlocking something in this person, and it's specifically unlocking how they feel about you even deeper, which it's there, but it's not there. But this is someone, it's like they're starting to process things easier. It's like you're just the tip of the iceberg. This person has a whole lifetime of issues that they have to process, right, get moved through, but it's helped them. I don't know how to explain this. Metatron is giving this example where it's like you learn how to heal for one situation, and then you can learn to apply that healing technique to every situation. Does that make sense? So because this person learning to heal from you now, right? Because they can't go back to that party scene and just ignore, but they won't run to you either. So they're stuck here. Well, I got to heal now. So they're learning to heal. Very beautiful. And now they're going to learn how to heal whatever technique they're going to use. It feels like it's creativity. That's key. And they're going to apply that creativity to all the things that they've gone through in this lifetime, so that they can actually work through everything. Does that make sense? So it's something that will apply. It's very versatile, but they're applying it to you first, and then it's going to go all the way to their childhood experience, all the way so they'll wipe the slate clean on everything. So it's a healing technique, and there is many healing techniques that you can use. It's whatever helps you process. It's whatever helps you alchemize. It's whatever helps you move through something, or technically it's actually something moving through you because your heart spits it out. But this is someone where it's like there's a technique, there's something that there's a process in which they're learning to heal now that they will apply to every aspect of their life, right? And it's very, imagine saying that's a really big thing for them because they've had nothing. They actually were distracting themselves with that scene. It's something that they would revert to, plug into, essentially. It is what it is, and now it's like it doesn't work. It's like it doesn't have the same effect. They also can't lose. It's interesting. Because normally when you're around a lot of people and it's like you could just get lost in that. They can't this time. It's like you're. I don't know anything about brave wavelengths, but Metatron is saying it's like alpha wavelengths. That's how you said it. But I think there's other, maybe gamma as well. I don't know if the brain even has these wavelengths, but it is what it is. It's what he's giving me. So he's saying that you're in the wavelengths, and this person can't forget you. So when normally they would be able to disassociate and detach like that and not have any issues, but not with you because there's something about you being in those wavelengths. Very crazy, by the way. Let's see. Any last thing that you want to give on what's happening? One more thing. One more thing for what's currently happening in your connection, Capricorn. They are quite hurt over things. It was your word choices, by the way. There is a strong emphasis on that. I am seeing your words being quite cutting. I also feel like this person's actually quite sensitive. They're very, 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 very sensitive, and I don't know how. I don't know if they acted like this, sensitive, but they are. It's interesting. Metatron is bringing this up. Sorry, it's Saint Germain. Saint Germain is bringing this up where every time you said something to this person that hurt them, it closed their heart off a little bit more to you. And it wasn't that you were saying things that were harsh per se. It was that this person, when your heart's already bruised, when it's already been through the ringer, everything feels sensitive. I was like, I was doing a clearing for someone and this person's like complaining to me, right? I feel so frustrated and I feel like I have so much negativity. It's because you're healing. What do you expect, right? And it's like there is just that feeling coming through where this person was so sensitive, right, because of what they went through, because what they didn't heal from, that everything just it hit them tenfold, right? So it's interesting, very interesting. That okay, let's see. Sorry about my little kitty here. So let's see, what has Capricorn's person realized? One of the things, so he gets real. He's the bad kitty. Anyway, one of the things that this person has realized is that they cannot forget you so easily. I feel here as well that there's no running from this. This is something that they have tried to do. There is a strong emphasis on this person. They gave it a good try. It was no college try. This person really, really, really tried to run from you, this, all of it, and pretend like none of this ever happened. It's like they went through something really, really, really life-changing, possibly, I guess to them, traumatic, right? And they tried to pretend like none of it happened, like it was no big deal, everything's normal. It's sorry, you know how like police say, keep going, nothing to see here. Sorry, what's it? It's like, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like keep moving along, nothing to see here. There it is, move it along, nothing to see here. They were trying to do that, yeah. It turns out they can't. It was quite a surprise for this person. If there were one thing that this person would love to forget about compared to everything else, it would be your connection. I hope it is. It's not that you can go ahead and take offense to that. You shouldn't, but it was like if there was one thing this person could do it to, it's like if there was one wish, it would be this connection because it hurts them so bad, but they can't. Right, you're in the wavelengths. You're in their brain. They have you on their mind constantly. Right, it is what it is. It's like there's a constant nagging, constant feeling, constant, popping up, and it's like nonstop. Yeah, and if it was one day they could do, it would be you. Let's see, what else has this person realized? There is a vice of theirs that they have realized is problematic. This isn't necessarily in reference to you. It's in reference to this person's life and how they cope. There is a specific vice that this person has that they are now starting to understand how problematic that's been. It's something that kept this person from growing. I do feel a lot of you would have been dealing with a child or some kind of stunted, growthy person here because they had no way of coping. Some people have some type of healing or they do some type of healing, right? Or they do some kind of introspection every now and then, not often, but enough, all right? Enough to be okay sometimes, right? This person had nothing. There was nothing that they were doing, and it was because of some kind of coping mechanism that they had. It was a vice. I see he's linking it to that, but he's saying it's not exactly that. There is other stuff here, other things that they would actually have or do or indulge, right? So this person's starting to understand how problematic that is. It's interesting. Your connection brought up a lot of stuff for this person, a lot of stuff that they didn't want to deal with. It kind of feels, it's so strange. But I see this person stopping right in front of you, and they were running when they met you from their past, and then all their stuff from their past started to hit them and they started to have to deal with it, and they didn't want to. I feel like this person also would have actually projected some of that onto you. It happens all the time. I've been dealing with people doing that to me constantly, right? And you just gotta show them compassion and understanding, but it can be difficult, right? And this is someone where I feel like they were projecting some of what they had gone through onto you, and I see a shorter fuse coming through, not entirely, but I see someone who's easily triggered. Um, it's set off. I think it's sorry. That's the word that they're giving. Easily set off. They would close up to very easily too. So you had someone here who was just like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain this, but it kind of feels like you would have been walking on eggshells or something like that, trying to you say you're trying to adapt to this person. Does that make sense? But you're trying to adapt to a distortion. Right, you shouldn't be doing that, right? But it feels like you try to. That's the feeling I have, where you were trying to adapt to this person so you don't lose them, and you lost them anyway. And that was your own lesson, right? Now, you don't adapt to people, you be yourself. But it's like you were adapting to their distorted self, who was real jacked up to begin with. So let's see, is there any other realizations that this person has had? Sorry, mommy issues. That seems to be the one. There is an abandonment here. I don't think it has to do with the mom, though. But this person does have an abandonment issue. Possibly the father. It's not clear. I feel like this person, they may have actually had an abandonment issue that it feels like you would unlikely connect it. It honestly kind of feels like maybe a parent died when they were later in life. I know it sounds like it's strange. Like, it's kind of like logically, why would I have an abandonment issue for that, right? But you would. I know it's something like that. They have an abandonment issue. I'm not sure where it's linking to, but it felt like it like I would assume it was parents, but they said no, not that exactly. But I honestly feel like someone ejected their life, but it's like I shouldn't feel abandoned about it. It's like the logical perception, but they do. So they do have an abandonment wound that they have been dealing with, that they weren't connecting, and now they're starting to understand that. The abandonment wound as well as keeping this person from opening up more completely. I think so. Hold on. I didn't give that. Let me see. I just jumped the gun. What was the abandonment issue doing for this Capricorn person? It was making them very angry. Emotional, closed off. There is a negative association with love or connection to do with that, because that connection was, it meant a lot to them. Sorry, they're getting real emotional. Woof. It meant a lot to this person. And they felt like they lost it. It could have been like, sorry, they're giving an example where it's like you had you had your best friend or a cousin or something like that you spent all your time with, and then they grew up and they stopped wanting to hang out with you, and you feel abandoned at that moment. I know it sounds like it's a strange thing, but it's something like that. This person has realized they have an abandonment issue, and it kept them from opening up to people. And it's because of that negative association. And it felt like it was not earliest in life, but it felt like it was, I honestly get it around the age 12 to like maybe 17 years old. That's the time frame I've been getting. It's somewhere around there where this person lost. It's like they didn't lose someone. I feel like they lost a connection that meant a lot to them, and they never quite got over it. Very interesting. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. I want to thank you for being here. I do appreciate you all being here. Don't forget to like and comment, and take care. Bye, Capricorn.